So here's your charge. Let's see, I've got this one. So here's your charge. This is the part that it comes in, and from here up is all of the original. Here's the end of the fuse, so once it gets here is where it explodes. The fuse runs back. This is what needs to be faced up, and this is what is pricked through the charge, and then this will sit right on top of it, burn into it, and light it.
So you have to be careful to align it when you stick it down the barrel for this to be on top.
We have about that much wiggle room for it to hit. And right underneath of this is a slight shot of black powder. You can
I can hear it
in there. And that's only that black powder's in there to first project this out and then start burning the fuse. So it's just a kind of guarantee, so to speak, of it burning. So we always have to keep these dry so they don't get wet. Black powder hates water.
And humid today.
Yep. So the humidity for today, for the most part, isn't going to affect it. It's just once the moisture gets in here. So we wrap it in this paper, and then right here is a pop can.
That's where I was trying to figure out where the pop can was.
Yep. So then there's a match here, or a match here, match here, match here, and match here, which that piece is still up there. That is pulled out of the cannon with the worm. We have to take that out. It's one of the safety precautions, because there was a guy down in South Dakota that was shooting a cannon, forgot to take this piece out of the cannon, put another charge in there, blew up and killed him.
Wow.
So we put those matches through the pop can, tape it, put a little bit of black powder in there, and then this is the actual fuse that goes out and blows up, is that piece there.
That piece. That thing went off like perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, straight. Well, good. 4 o'clock then, or 3:30, you do about 4 of them?
So what we'll do is I'll go through a demonstration of the safeties, what we shoot out of it. So there's a few different things we can shoot out of a cannon. There's grape shot, which acts as a shotgun. It's 50 caliber lead balls. And you can only imagine how, if there was a group of guys charging up a hill or out on an open pasture, how catastrophic that'd be, having those 50 caliber lead balls, and you could probably get it's about the size of a bean can.
Wow.
And you could get 30 balls inside of that can, and it'd go out and it'd spread out, and it was catastrophic coming up those hills. And then
how big a spread do you think that would be?
It really depends.
50, 60
so
yard?
It depends on how far or close they are, really. And so it did. I had to grab a vice grip. So
now, can you fire the
you would not want to, if they're getting within 10 yards, and you could shoot it out to 80 yards. Now, one of those mini balls with that much powder behind it go through 2, maybe 3 people.
Not just one guy.
And so it was a very, very deadly thing. They didn't like using it because it's hard to get the canister out to reload the cannon, because you think it's a tin can in there, and all it does is the front peels off. So there's a certain rod you have to use in order to get that out. Like what we're using is a worm, so you turn it and it grabs the debris and pulls it out. Now there's grape shot. There's just a regular ball for going through houses, buildings, and then there's an aerial burst. So the aerial burst is a solid ball that you light a fuse on, and it goes over horse and men, and it'd blow up, and it'd act as a hand grenade, and it'd throw shrapnel.
Shrapnel all down on them. Yeah.
And it was basically the longer range version of the grape shot. However, like I said, today we're just shooting the 3-inch salutes, which is the firework.
No, those are real good. I'll be more ready for this next one.
Yep. So I'll go through all that, and then I'll go through the safety of it. It's worm, sponge, vacuum. It's worm, sponge, vacuum, reload, ram, repeat. or reload, ram, prick, prime, fire, repeat. So basically the worm is to get all the hot smolder out of it.
Yeah, so you're not loading more on top of a...
Yep. And then so then there's be a worm, which is it's got cotton on it, and you dip that in a little bit of water, you shove it down the barrel, and then the where the primer would go, you put your thumb over it, and that creates a vacuum. Well, you can't have a fire without oxygen.
Yeah.
You get rid of all that oxygen, and it puts that little bit of fire or smolder out, whatever's left down the barrel, if any, and then you can take your charge, put it back down the barrel. You can ram it, prick it, prime it, fire it, and then do the whole thing over again.
Wow.
Worm! And now for his favorite job. Everyone hear that vacuum?
Yeah.
That is what gets all the air out of the barrel of the cannon, so that no more fire or any smoldering substances can ignite the next charge. So now we'll go ahead and load. Ram! Brick the charge. Load! Ram! Brick the charge.
What are you, sneaky guy?
I know.
Perfect.
Prime! Prime!
Fire in the hole!
Ready?